So much bullish Ethereum news to share with you this week. We have another major bank adopting Ethereum, updates on a new layer 2 scaling solution coming for Ethereum, the ETH 2.0 merge, the switch over to proof of stake, big update for you on that, as well as some bullish network statistics. My name's Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing, so if that's a topic you'd like to stay up to date with, maybe learn some more about, make sure you subscribe to the Lark Davis channel. Also, while you're down there, if you can tap on the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm real quick, that would be super amazing. And as always, if you want to know when I put out a new video, make sure you click on that notification bell. Also, every single week, my team and I produce Wealth Mastery. This is a cryptocurrency investor report designed to help keep you ahead of the curve in the market. Every single issue, you're going to get a deep dive altcoin report, a step-by-step DeFi tutorial, top-tier technical analysis, airdrops, token sales, interviews, and much more. All of that for less than $10 a week, making this the most value-packed and at the same time the most affordable investor report on the market. Click on the link down below where you can learn more about becoming a member today. Now let's go ahead and get into the news. Let's start off with institutional interest in Ethereum. So this is a survey that was done by CoinShares. It said the results came out. Many investors prefer the scale and the decentralization of Ethereum compared to other layer ones. They think that it is the most compelling asset for growth. In total, 42% of investors see Ethereum as having the most compelling growth outlook compared to Bitcoin at 18%, the survey found. Finding comes as the market share of Ethereum investment products has risen from 11% at the beginning of the year to 26%. It's very interesting what's happening right now at the big money level. Obviously, they still like Bitcoin, but they're looking at Ethereum, all of the use cases, everything that's happening with it. And I've been sharing these stories with you for months now. We just keep getting more of them. The institutional money crowd, the funds, the millionaires, the billionaires, the family offices, the companies, all these guys are looking at Ethereum right now. They're looking at what's happening with NFTs, looking at what's happening with DeFi and stable coins, and even just the value proposition of the core Ethereum asset. We have burning for it. That's a perpetual, basically, asset buyback mechanism. We have massive deflation coming with the triple halving. We have the switch over to proof of stake coming. We have staking rewards. All of this creates a very interesting and powerful value proposition for the institutional money crowd compared to just Bitcoin, which is digital gold. You buy it, you stick it somewhere, you wait for the price to go up, which is also nice, but Ethereum is very compelling, as they say, and I think it's got a lot of room for growth. The big money crowd, they agree. And it's interesting, too, if you look at performance this year, Ethereum 383%, Bitcoin 90%, and then, of course, that's all the stocks there. That's all the stocks there, all these big funds and stuff, throwing money into stocks, putting money in Apple, for example. 7% this year. I mean, hey, 7%, that's cool. That's cool. It's no 383%, but that's cool. I know. This is cherry picking the cryptos, right? You could bring in, well, what about Solana? It's seen bigger gains. What about Avalanche? It's seen bigger gains. What about Shiba Inu coin, Lark? Come on, why bother with Ethereum when Shiba Inu has gone up that much this week? Yes, there are other cryptocurrencies that also have big gains. We have to understand when we start talking about these big funds and stuff like this, they're looking at really high market cap stuff. They want to know if they can bring in $1 billion or $500 million and get liquidity for that instantaneously, that they can sell $500 million worth of Ethereum and not have it destroy the market. Imagine selling $500 million of Shiba Inu. That would just crush it, right? They're looking for serious investments. Ethereum is still, in spite of all the drama with the high fees and the slow upgrades, it's still the king of the smart contract platforms. The big money crowd understands this. That's why they're paying more and more attention to it. And the statistics for Ethereum are absolutely mind-blowing. Ethereum has settled $6.2 trillion in transactions in the last 12 months. Holy cow, man. Holy cow. Are you kidding me? 6.2 trillion. 6.2 trillion. This is one of the biggest payment networks in the world right here. It's doing the kind of volume in spite of the fact that it is limited by its low transaction throughput right now until we upgrade to ETH 2.0. It's still doing incredible settlements. I mean, this is partially, of course, because we have a lot of Ethereum whales, a lot of big users that are making big transactions. That's part of it, right? And we see a lot of money coming in and out of DeFi, et cetera, et cetera. But still, this is incredible. Unbelievable amount of value being transferred. DeFi, crypto, Ethereum is just blowing the top off of finance. And it's only going to get bigger. By the end of the decade, this is going to be like $100 trillion a year. You can see a lot of this as well has come from stablecoins. The blue box here, 3.39 trillion, has come from stablecoin transfers on Ethereum. So that's people sending stablecoins to exchanges, sending stablecoins in and out of DeFi protocols to do farming, et cetera, et cetera. So that's a massive chunk of it. Ethereum is the preferred settlement layer for stablecoins right now. 2.78 trillion of that was done using Ether. Incredible statistics right there. I'm absolutely blown away by this. Absolutely blown away. Ethereum also leading the way in development. According to pastry.eth, they shared this from Electric Capital. So essentially what this is showing, there are more projects on Ethereum than Polkadot, Cardano, and XRP combined. So this shows the blockchain repositories of the top 15 cryptos by market value. Look at Ethereum. Boom. Well ahead. Most organizations, most repositories. Although, you know, Polkadot and Cardano, they're making some pretty decent showings there. You got to keep that real. But still, Ethereum far and ahead, the leader in this pack. Pretty incredible. Still so much brain power coming in behind Ethereum. It's very impressive. Also, one final mega bullish statistic to share here with you. This is the transfer of NFTs. So these are ERC 721 transfers by quarter. Those are NFTs. For those of you who may not know, this is the token standard for NFTs. So essentially, NFTs on Ethereum in Q3 saw a 305% increase over Q2. NFTs are going to the moon. They're absolutely taking off. And yeah, there's a lot of junk in the NFT space. There's a lot of pump and dump scams. It's a wild and messy space right now. But this is the future of digital ownership. Sports cards, collectibles, profile pictures, all that stuff is coming to the crypto space. And it's all going to be verifiably rare with NFTs. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, this is an interesting post I want to share with you. So this is about the ETH 2.0 merge. So this is the old how it started. You can see here. Not much going on there. A little bit. Not much going on there. How it's going right now. Essentially, what we are seeing is an incredible amount of development happening right now around ETH 2.0, and particularly around the merge. The merge is when proof of work mining ends forever, and we switch over to proof of stake. Now, that probably is going to be coming sometime early next year. You know how it can be with tech deadlines. Things usually take longer than you expect they will. I know there was a few months ago some rumors that maybe it's going to happen by the end of the year. I don't think that's a very likely scenario at this point. I would obviously welcome it. More likely, we're going to see this coming out sometime Q1 next year. But the merge is coming. The merge is coming. A lot of haters out there on Ethereum, and yet Ethereum is just continuing forward. It's continuing to pull off the upgrades. It's continuing to develop technologically. We saw EIP 1559 come in. That's reduced emissions for Ethereum by around 50% already, which is massive. When we have the triple halving come in as part of the upgrade to proof of stake, we're now going to see, when that happens, we will see Ethereum going into negative issuance, which is crazy. The merge is coming. I'm very excited about the merge. I think the move to proof of stake is going to be great for the network. It's a really positive move in the right direction. Now, the developers have not said anything yet about potential performance improvements that proof of stake will bring. I think it's very, very likely that proof of stake will bring performance improvements. What kind of improvements it's going to bring, that's a different question, but there will be improvements. But the real improvement, of course, comes when we bring in sharding as part of the ETH 2.0 upgrade. That's going to be the final part of the ETH 2.0 upgrade right now. That'll make Ethereum dramatically more scalable. But until that happens, the good news is, and obviously we're looking forward to the ETH 2.0 merge. It's going to be a massive event. But until that happens, we have to remember we've got great layer 2 scaling solutions right here, right now that are working. We have Optimism working with many major DeFi protocols like Uniswap. We have Arbitrum, which has got a lot of interest from developers. We've seen most major DeFi protocols integrate with Arbitrum. That's SushiSwap and Uniswap and Curve Finance and dozens of others that you can now go use on layer 2 Ethereum. That's amazing. That's very, very good. We also, of course, have Polygon, which is an Ethereum sidechain. They've also bought Hermes, which is a layer 2 scaling solution, much more in line with what Arbitrum or Optimism are. So we have all this stuff going on. And then we have Starkware. Now, Starkware, this one's been going for a while now. You may have heard of the DYDX exchange. That is powered by the Starkware technology. We also see a few other protocols that are also powered by Starkware. I think Immutable X, one of the new NFT protocols, they're Starkware powered. I think a couple other smaller things are Starkware powered too, but we haven't seen a broad adoption yet. Well, that is because we are waiting for Starknet. This is the alpha mainnet going live in November. So, more good scalability news for Ethereum. Obviously, layer 2 right now, until we sort out the fee situation, is incredibly important for Ethereum. So definitely good news there to see that layer 2 ecosystem is continuing to thrive in a very, very serious way, because that's, I think, until we get an upgrade for Ethereum, is the only way that Ethereum is usable for regular users, because right now we have fees. It's $50 to $100 to use Uniswap most days, which is absurd beyond belief. So it's no wonder people are going to BSC, they're going to Polygon, they're going to Avalanche, they're going to Solana, blockchains they can afford to use, basically. Final story for today. Credit Suisse has integrated security tokens on public Ethereum. Now, the first use case of this is regulated tokenized shares of a travel and leisure company, but it's a very, very important test case. Here we have one of the world's biggest banks, right? It's probably top 100 bank here, Credit Suisse. They're issuing out security tokens on the public Ethereum mainnet. Now, we've seen bonds, we've seen other security tokens happening, seeing security tokens come to public Ethereum. It's not a first, but it's really interesting to see big banks doing this. Just remember, just last week, what did we have? We had Societe Generale proposing to put their banking bonds into DeFi. This is big stuff happening right here. We're actually seeing these banks starting to use the networks in a very serious way, going beyond just allowing people to invest in Bitcoin or invest in Ethereum. That's what we've seen the big US banks doing, like, oh yeah, sure, you can come trade with us, or we'll help you buy it with NYDIG or whatever. The European banks, what we've been seeing, they're actually using the products. We've also seen this with some Thai banks that are using DeFi. But here we go, another story of a bank using the public Ethereum mainnet to launch traditional legacy market products into crypto land. Before you know it, by the end of the decade, I would say, we're going to see just a mind-blowing amount of adoption of legacy stuff moving on chain. We're going to talk about securities, we're going to talk about properties, we're going to see bonds, all of this stuff from the traditional markets coming into the crypto space. This is the future of finance. The smart banks are getting on board now. And of course, they chose the public Ethereum mainnet. They didn't choose a layer 2. They didn't choose to go with one of the competing blockchains. They went with the household name. They went with Ethereum, the trusted smart contract platform. Anyway, just some good Ethereum updates for you for today. Just my two gwei, if you will. Your question for today. Do you think that Ethereum is going to be able to scale in time, to get the upgrades out in time to not get blockbustered by one of the challenger chains like Solana or Avalanche or someone else? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.